Alright, stream is up. We're ready to go. Basil, are you going to be okay? She might love you sometime tonight. We went to the pool. And walked around for like 10-15 minutes. Until I got tired. My legs were hurting. My knees were hurting. Alright, so we just got the Cyseal. We are just met with Legion headquarters. You can go upstairs. Let me level up so I can start stealing everything.
I hope your quest fares well, dear hunter. By all means. Of course. I hope your investigation fares well. I can but piece together what few morsels fell from the grapevine into a rather disappointing meal, I'm afraid. They say a woman arrived in the King Crab Inn sometime after midnight. She retired to a room on the ground floor where she was soon joined by a man who had been nursing the same cup of wine for hours. I say man and woman because both of them were cloaked and recognized by none. About an hour later, another figure arrived, headed for the same room. Soon after, a terrible commotion erupted and the thundering light of magic was witnessed by the few remaining patrons. It took a while for the landlord to pluck up the courage to enter the mystery room. When finally he did, he found Jake there, dead. How and why he came to be there, no one knows. But I had a good look around the scene of the crime before the Legion barred anyone from entering. The traces of magic I felt were vile. Source, no doubt. I myself have none. Even though the rest of the town has already mentally tried and convicted Jake's wife, Esmeralda. Now, it may well be established that she is in fact the guilty party. I'm not claiming that I'm certain she's innocent, but let's just say that if I really thought this murder case would be so very easily resolved, I wouldn't have sent for source hunters.
Who's in the league with the
Strangers
orcs?
leading orcs. Humans. But that would be like kittens leading a wolf pack. And yet, I have heard rumors about a sect of sorts. A shadowy set of worshippers that associate even with orcs. Some say they're sorcerers. But people will say that about anyone who behaves a bit strangely nowadays. I don't know quite what to make of this news, but thank you for informing me. It would be wise not to dismiss such a curious event out of hand.
Alright, let's go hunt down some people. Can I go over here and steal anything? Is you guys back turned? It does. Let's wait till he walks over here. Yoink. Let's grab that. That's not.
This is valuable.
Let's grab this one. I'm trying to keep an eye on him. Let's take this. Okay. Let's grab this. He's not looking. Alright. I think we've stolen enough from him. Let's look at these books real quick. Nope, sort. I just added. Okay, I'm going to drop item. Stardust and pixie dust. Not sure what they do, but I got. Branch, I can drop that. Oh yeah, because I just stole a bunch of stuff from the mayor. I may have done these already. Don't need that, so let's drop that. Oh. Actually, you know what? Let's keep a pirate's life in the history. Alright, should be good. Ooh, evidence chest. Nothing. Don't think there's anything down in the dungeon.
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do any real damage.
Any real damage? Are you joking? I've been mauled. I'll be disfigured for life.
Come on.
Oh, you know what? Let's go back this way.
The face furious. She bit me in the face.
Look on the bright side. Everyone knows that. Have some pity. One coin or two, noble spirit? One coin or two?
Here, take 10.
The soul of a star.
Performers, showmen, show all of them. Cyseal, what you're made of.
I want to go down here. Let's check these. Well, flask.
You there? You don't look like someone.
Ooh, that's a spare key. Oh, I should have kept that. Should have sent it to wooden stake. It's convenient. I don't need it. They're all nothing. Alright, I got the. Let me send that arrowhead over.
I've spotted something.
We're not going to open that. I know there's a trapdoor there. On the table. Orange juice? 6 orange juice. Let's go ahead and just consume it.
Oh, I needed that.
So there's a hatch. Let's go this way. I really forget what this is. Like a joke shop, maybe? Juggling stuff? Fake arrows? Let's grab Reginald's diary. I'm gonna not dig in that grave. Let's go here and get the stone.
Excuse me? This is a private sick room. Who in the name of the Seven do you think you are barging in here? Oh, I'm sorry. It's this task. I'm just... Who am I to meddle with life and death this way? I'm an apprentice of the healing arts. Healing! But this decision feels like precisely the opposite. I have but one healing stone, you see, and 2 direly wounded men who need it. I've been racking my brain trying to decide on the best method to settle this grave situation, but perhaps it's better off in the hands of an esteemed source hunter. Surely you are more accustomed to weighing life and death than I. Yes, a curious relic indeed. I got it from a kindly abbot, Loic by name, in the northern town of Silver Glen. He is of a certain faith, the Immaculates they call themselves, that espouses the belief that certain stones can heal wounded flesh. I myself was nothing if not skeptical of his claims, but something happened as he handed me the stone. A small cut on my finger instantly healed, leaving no trace of the wound. Needless to say, but it's strange. The stone is only good for a single use at a time before it reverts to a useless, inert state. It takes time to regain its magical properties. What would you like to know? One of the brave few willing to traverse the trade routes plagued by the undead. A young man, but excellent in matters of business, before he fell victim to an orcish club in the north, that is. Thankfully for him, a cattle trader found him, nearly dead, but not quite so, and brought him here straight away. Quite the venerable staple of Cyseal, Stephen, and recently blessed with his third grandchild. He was leading a crew
Stephen or
of
Boris,
builders
who
when
should it
a
be?
stray beam struck him in the temple, and only a few days shy of his last day of work before retirement, no less. Nearly everyone in Cyseal is familiar with grinning Stephen, and, as you can imagine, he's quite dear to his family. You are? Ah, I thank you a million times for your help. Who have you decided should receive the healing stone?
Who should it be? Boris or Stephen?
Those men hardly sound long for this world.
Boris? Boris sounds good. Boris or Stephen?
Soothing a corpse's
Boris
troubled
is.
mind. Can't have gotten far.
Boris's life has just begun. We can't cut it short now. He should receive the stone.
Yes. Boris deserves to experience all the pleasures of life that Stephen has...
Boris it is? Yes. I'll deliver the stone. I'm glad we'll get to save one man, but my heart breaks for the other.
Thank
No,
the seven.
no, this is highly abnormal. What is this? This lightning?
My guys are going crazy.
What happened? Is this a dream?
I don't think so. That stone. Somehow, it sent us flying into the stars.
Terrible, terrible! It's with I, the quill that lasts a billion words. What's this? Two Rivalonians here? At the end of space and time? How very, very, very curious. Your guess is as good as mine, my newfound comrade. Here I stood upon this tiny vestige of space and time, and there you appear. Quite good timing, by the by, because the ground here has been fast but I suppose I should make a proper introduction. Zigzags the historian at your service. It is my job to record all that was and is and hopefully all that is to be. Ah, at last a question I can answer most definitively. I mentioned already that this place is the end of time. If that didn't send your heart into your stomach and your pulse a-flutter, it should have. Time ought naturally to have no end at all. Indeed, I can think of no worse nightmare for a chronicler such as myself. But something totally, utterly terrible has... Show, don't tell, I always say. So go, peer through yonder looking lens and feast your soon-to-be terrified eyes on the darkness that is approaching.
I think that imp may be quite mad.
Then we had better appease.
Oh, it's my phone going off.
you saw. Terrifying, isn't... What's this? The portal! It's... The portal has become active! Fantastic! The portal! It's quite sprung to life, just like the long, dormant flames that decorate this observatory. After all my waiting and hoping, could it be? You, dear stranger, you must be the key. Something about your presence here is causing the end of time to grow. The true end itself to move further away. Those torches, alight! This portal active once more. It cannot be coincidence. Ah, though I cannot say for certain, if it is what I believe, then our prayer will be answered. In fact, every last question that ever plagued your noggin might well be answered, for I believe what lies beyond this portal is not but why spoil the mystery. As soon as we leap through, we'll find out. It's not that I believe, it's that I have seen. Long have I been waiting here, hoping that one day this very portal would ignite. Then, no longer than a few mere moments after you arrive, zap it goes. The chronicler of time knows a pattern when he sees one. Goodness me, how right you are. There's so much to take in, I'd nearly forgotten. And what you saw has been haunting my mind since I first It is the void itself. The dragon that is devouring creation. When I speak of the end of time, this is exactly what I mean. I can't say for sure where it came from, how or why, but I do know this. It's shrinking our future by the second. And if we don't stop it, it will devour the past and present as... After you, after you. Oh...
Alright, a lot of story going on. Is that a pig? It's a pig.
He's off.
It seems the imp has spotted exactly who and what he'd hoped to find here.
I got the puzzle. I'm gonna look that up.
Could it be, milady?
Hi, Basil.
The weaver of time, mother of history, author of all that...
Indeed, Sir Imp. As surely as you are he who chronicles all that I weave.
Astounding! Unbelievable! I have so many questions for you, so much to ask.
You have brought guests, I see.
My reaction exactly, milady. It was their arrival here at the end of time that instigated my finding you. But what?
This is a question better put to our guests themselves. Tell us, how did you arrive upon this plane? A stone? So... it was a stone that caused the great shock of energy that brought you here. And it... not like this, no. What happened to you is unique in... never had I experienced something so... contrary to my nature. To weave something I had not seen, had not expected. Life does not simply spring into existence, but yours has. You appeared before me from the moment you came into contact with that stone. Starstone. I now know it to be called.
But, Madam Weaver, how is it possible? Do you not see all?
Like the stones, your guests are a mystery to me. I see them before me in this world, source hunters. It would seem that yourselves and Starstone are inextricably linked. Why and how, I cannot say. Starstone is not what it seems, Source Hunter. Its true nature must be part. Do you see what violence my work has suffered? What wounds?
Mysteries of all time. Gaps in history.
It would appear that Starstone transforms at your touch, granting me new thread by which to mend the tap.
I see. What the void would shrink, Starstone restore.
Yes. Though I cannot explain why this Starstone is the antidote to the void's ravage. If we do not restore time, if we do not discover the true nature of these stones, indeed you must. Though I may not yet understand
Going stone hunting.
It seems that you and you alone can unlock the powers within.
Why, of course, that's what they were doing. I have recorded their doings, you see. Collectors of Starstone, more and more by the day. Now I understand. They'd keep the stones from our reach. They'd prevent the mending of time.
Without these stones, Hunter, there will be no Rivellon. The entire tapestry will crumble. Even this plane will fall victim to the void's insatiable hunger.
That shall never be, milady. As sure as Zix comes before Zax, we will put a stop to it. First we mend the tapestry, then we stop the void. Please, our most mysterious guest, are you ready? Are you willing? Come.
Not but a moment ago we were hunting Source in Rivellon, and now we're being told that we alone can prevent the end of time by way of some magical stones. What do you make?
We can't deny our reaction to Starstone. There must be something to all of this, mad as it...
No matter how improbable, anything is possible. If the Weaver tells the truth, we have some...
Alright, let's, remember how to...
So, what do you think, Source Hunter?
Need to remember how to get out of here. Map, marker, legend, end of time, legend. No, I can't just teleport. I forgot how I got out of here last time. Pan, toggle, end of time. No, I would just... Bunch of stuff I can craft. I didn't even look at the journal yet. No, I want to sneak.
Your brow suggests to me that you've not given up on... No, with you searching out Starstone, I believe we'll mend the tapestry in no time. We'll find out, but you'll need a way to travel between Rivellon and this...
Oh, I talked to him again. That's why.
Who wouldn't want to see... Luckily, the power of portals is known to you, so I'll let you in on the little secret of how to transport back and forth. Off you go, then. You've Starstone to find, and before you go, Source Hunter, a final word. Once, I hope he'll be able to help you as much as he can.
There we go. I unlocked that. Alright. I want to go to the harbor. Because I got that quest to get the sailors a job.
Source Hunters, I welcome you once again to the realm of Rivellon after your travels through the chasm. I know the imp historian has told you about his agent on Rivellon, and that agent is I. So now that you know of the alliance and I'll be delighted to give it. Dark webs are being woven around these parts, and it is my firm belief starstones are the flies the sorcerer's spiders are. It can therefore hardly be a coincidence that Councillor Jake was a collector of the stones we seek. His foul murder and the plight of dying time. That means the task you have been given remains crucial. Find the assassin that did away with Jake, for you're bound to stumble upon Starstone along the... Oh, before you go, here. Take this teleporter pyramid. A handy toy. You'll need the other one too if you want to make use of its powers, but alas, I seem to have misplaced it. Now that this matter has been settled, Hunters, I shall detain you no longer. But rest assured, I'll do my share of hunting too.
Alright, we'll use pyramids here in a minute. So let me go do this quest.
Have you found us a job yet? The Fabulous Five.
Loves him.
Must we truly waste precious time providing
Unknown to all time, are you? Leave it to an imp to try to fill our minds with. I'll tell you who you are. Source Hunters, members of the most esteemed.
And don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Council's wife.
Is that why we never sail to your door anymore?
What are you?
Hello.
You think I'm... I just hope this fancy of yours doesn't interfere with your real job. Or have you forgotten that?
I'm tough to this guy also.
How intolerable it is to think that all the knowledge of the world is being gathered by an imp. A creature that is no more than the result of a demon's bowel movement imbued with the... And yet I am a tad jealous of that jabbering little jester. To know all. It is a consummation devoutly to be wished.
Speaking of youthful gore...
Life without mystery. Life without wonder. What is this pseudo-philosophical flower-child claptrap? The greater one's knowledge, the vaster its... Let us learn, Hunter, whether you like it or not, and...
Throw these straight to the pub and back.
Yes, sir. As fine as specimen.
Oh yeah, I was gonna use pyramids. So let's add in.
My gods! What is going on here? First I have to shoo away a creeping white tomcat, and now there's a perfect stranger in my bathroom. Get out, will you?
Let's charm. Ah, she's gonna crush me.
Right here.
Little mix-up indeed. I don't know what you and that horrible little imp are planning, but leave my bathroom out of it. No, if you please. This room is private.
I assume you address... Good. No use in...
Don't just stand there. Go!
Sigurd's beard,
Away
what a
with you.
find!
Alright, got that. What, babe? You're looking at me like I need to do something. I guess. Let me stop streaming. Ooh, I'm really glad you didn't hit me in the foot or you wouldn't have been streaming. Or playing. Alright, well, let me stop stream, and I guess I'll be back tomorrow. Well, I'm done now. I mean, if you want to play, we can play. You almost hit me in the foot with a dog toy. Get in here.